Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. Honestly, on Sunday, I thought I was getting sick. Matthew had like a little cold thing that I think he pretty much got over. Like, it wasn't like what Jack had. But Jack started off honestly the same way, and I was like, oh, like, I hope it's not like you're gonna get sick. Like, I think I might have told you guys, well, actually, when we went to go pick Matthew up from school, like, he like was not feeling well. Like, he sounded all congested, said he had a sore throat, which we went and picked him up, what, on Tuesday or Thursday of last week. So, you know, he, like, it's been not even a week yet, but originally he said he felt like he was getting sick like on Thursday, and that he had a sore throat sort of like over the weekend. So I don't know if he's like, it's completely gone, but he seems like he's fine and everything. But that was kind of how Jack started too. Like, he was like, oh, I have a sore throat, and like, oh, I don't feel so good in like the first few days, and then it seemed kind of like he got better. Then he ended up getting worse, so that's why I was like, well, yeah, I hope that's not what was happening with Matthew. Then on Sunday, I was like, oh my gosh, my throat feels like it's getting sore, and I feel like I felt congested and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't know if it's just from the dry heat or like what. And so me and my dad actually ended up going to Jewel to go and pick up just some, like, I think I picked up Cold Ease, I guess that's what it's called. I was looking at, like, you know, some Zicam, or what's that other stuff called, like Emergency or something like that. Hopefully, if it was just like what Matthew had, that I would get over it as quick as possible. You know, whatever it is. So I was like, oh, please, like, don't let me be getting sick. And then yesterday I felt totally fine. So I didn't actually end up taking any of it, because by the end of the day on Sunday I felt fine also, and then all day on Monday I felt fine, and today I felt fine too. So I don't think I was getting sick. Again, maybe it was just from like the dry heat or something like that, but I ended up getting, I told you guys, when I have a sore throat though, the like best thing I think for my sore throat is actually those like antioxidant drinks, and also Sobe Life water. I don't know why. It's the only thing that I feel like doesn't hurt my throat, and also at the same time doesn't upset my stomach, because certain things too, like Gatorade and Propel used to be my favorite drink ever. I love Propel, but it always upsets my stomach now. I don't know why. And then with Gatorade, I just never really liked the taste of like Gatorade or Powerade or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, I ended up getting some of those because they feel like they help. Like, I can like drink something, you know, without it just being like water. It actually feels like, kind of coats my throat a little bit. So I was like, oh, I gotta go stock up on those, and I gotta go get this, you know, like some type of like hopefully fast kicking cold thing, because I was like, I honestly don't want to like be sick like through Christmas. Although if it was just like a few day thing, hopefully I would be better by, you know, like by the weekend before Christmas, you know, if it would just like ran its course this week. But luckily I'm not actually sick that I know of, knock on wood. It wasn't anything so far. Like I said, I think it was just maybe like either allergies or like I said, like dry heat, or something like that. I didn't notice it got particularly cold. Sometimes too, when that happens, then it gets colder, so then the house, you know, has to be warmer, so there's, you know, the heaters and stuff like that's running more. So that, you know, could have been why, but I didn't notice it got particularly cold. So anyways though, guys, I think I'm okay. But we ended up though at Jewel, guys, and they had like a flash sale on their, I think it's the Utz potato chips. They were 99 cents a bag. So we actually, it was a limit of 4, so we picked up 4 bags of those potato chips, because those things are so good. And again, for 99 cents, they were so cheap. So I forget what else we ended up getting there, but we ended up going to Jewel actually on Sunday too then, and ended up spending more money than what we spent when we went grocery shopping just at the other grocery stores. But I think maybe tomorrow, like, I don't know when, me and my mom are probably going to go shopping for my dad's Christmas present, because I told you guys yesterday when we went shopping, I didn't end up getting him anything. So I think me and her might go tomorrow. I honestly don't want to go on the weekend, because I feel like the weekend before Christmas is just going to be absolute, like, horrible. You know, just like craziness and shopping with last minute shoppers like I sort of am, you know, is gonna be like a complete pain. So I really want to try and avoid that and try and go like earlier, like on a weekday would be nice. You know, just like not like, you know, afternoon or anything like that. But then too, because I felt like me and my dad went later in the afternoon, like we were still out shopping at like 8. I think we got home almost by 9 o'clock, or no, 8:30 I think, because I know that the Jimmy John's was closing a half hour when we got there. So anyways though, I think we were out shopping until 8:30 about at night, and it wasn't that bad actually out. There wasn't, like the stores weren't super packed or anything, but again, it's about 2 weeks before Christmas, so that's why I feel like next week it's gonna be like really bad. So I want to try and finish all my shopping. I don't have to do anything else, you know, I can just be done with everything. I also want to get a little something for the dogs too, because I almost always get something for the dogs like every year, even if it's just something little. But I feel like Mr. B, he really deserves something special. Are you listening to everybody walking around in the hallway? You're not paying attention to me? Hey, I'm over here. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, do you see the camera? He keeps like looking at it out of the corner of his eye. So yeah, guys. Like I said, that is what I need to try and get to tomorrow, and just like a lot of other things too. We also have to figure out when we're going to make our Christmas cookies, and you know, do all the normal Christmas stuff, because Christmas falls like, what is it? Is it on? It's on Wednesday. So yeah, Tuesday is going to be Christmas Eve, which means Monday's really like the last day that's not technically the holiday that you can shop. And so I don't want to wait until like the weekend or Monday of next week to go Christmas shopping. Like I want to try and get it done this week, would be really nice. So yeah, and I feel like even Friday will be kind of bad. I'm hoping like a day in the middle of the week will be nice to not have to worry about going shop, or you know, finish shopping. And it's just for one person, hopefully at one place that I have to get, and that would be really nice. So yeah, guys, also too, I have forgotten about my advent calendar, my chocolates, for the last like 5 days, I think, or something like that. So today I ended up with 5 pieces of candy, or I think I forgot about them for the last 4 days, so I ended up with 5 because I had today's too. But now I'm like, wow, I had way too much chocolate. And yeah. So, but I was counting on there too, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, how are we so close to it being like Christmas already? Which again, Christmas falls on a Wednesday. Like it falls in such a weird place because Jack, here's the other thing too, guys. I'll let you guys know about Jack's tutor for school. But if Jack was in school right now, he wouldn't have been done until Friday, which means he'd only have like, you know, 3-4 days really before Christmas. You know, Christmas Eve's on Tuesday. I mean, technically it's the start to the holiday. You know, like really it's only like 3 days that you get before like the holiday actually starts, which is also kind of, like I said, weird. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, like it just, because of where it falls, like you get such a weird, you know, like not enough days. Like a lot of times if like Christmas falls later in the week, then it's like, oh, you have like 3 days before Christmas or 2 or 3 days before Christmas or whatever. But because it's on a Wednesday, like it just seems like it's really close to like the start of the week already. I don't know. Anyways, but Jack's tutor has been coming. She came yesterday and helped him do like his review and go over whatever like other things that he still had to finish for school that are going to be counted as grades, like grade wise. And then today she came back again and she gave him his math final. And then I believe she's giving him his other finals for his other tests, like I think on tomorrow and Thursday. And then if she has to, she'll come back on Friday to finish up if they like didn't finish the finals or something like that. But like that's what he was doing. So honestly too, I was like, oh my gosh, the dogs are being such a pain. Like just listening to them barking and stuff like that, I was like, I really, like, he's not gonna be able to focus if the dogs are barking the whole time. I was like, this is gonna be so horrible. honestly guys, I got them to be quiet. For one though, I think I told you guys, I had her as my study hall teacher, and she's like super soft spoken and stuff like that, and so you know, like she's not like a real loud person and like, you know, that kind of thing. So I was like, if they hear somebody that's like, you know, just like loud or anything like that, or talks really loud and stuff, they're probably gonna be like super on edge. But she's like super quiet when she talks, and so they can like hardly hear her. And I think honestly it's just when they notice a different person's voice in the house, like, you know, and they know somebody else is in the house that isn't normally in the house, then they'll just start barking, especially over every little noise they hear. But honestly guys, the one way I've been able to keep them quiet is, and I don't know why or how this started, they're scared of empty water bottles. I don't know why that is. They actually don't like the crunching noise water bottles make for some reason, which I feel bad because Brav's sitting right here. But when they started barking, like she'll come in the door, right, and normally when they hear the door open, they start barking. So as soon as they started, I started crunching the water bottle, and immediately they were quiet. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. And so obviously while she was giving him the test, like she wasn't talking or anything like that. He was just taking the final. She was sitting there, I don't know, grading papers or whatever she was doing, or just watching Jack take his test. You know, but because it's the final, she has to be there as like a supervisor. She can't, you know, just be like, here's your final, go ahead and take it. You know, there has to be an actual teacher that's there to see him take it. So yeah, that's why she was there, and like she wasn't, neither of them were making any noise pretty much today after she initially came in. And so the puppies were both really quiet. Bliss yesterday was a little loud, but I had the spray bottle in here, which she doesn't like. This one's actually the one I use for my hair sometimes. And so I had that in here, and I just like showed her it. Like I never even ended up squirting her, but she doesn't like spray bottles. And so she's like a cat, you just spritz her and she gets, you know, she'll stop doing whatever she's doing. And so I ended up just showing her that, and immediately she was quiet. So I was like, perfect. So I could have spray bottle and empty water bottle next to my bed, so that when the dogs are in here, when Jack's, you know, with his tutor, they're quiet. So yeah, he went back to the doctor also earlier today, and he still isn't testing positive for mono, which they think it might be actually be a different virus now, but they're doing an in-depth mono test and like doing blood work for it and stuff like that. So he's not running a fever or anything like that anymore. He's actually been up and about an awful lot, like pretty much this entire weekend, which is good, and he's been feeling a lot better, but he's still on like all kinds of medication. So you know, it might end up lasting the next few weeks, hopefully. I mean, it doesn't go super far into Christmas, but you know, he's at least feeling somewhat better than like literally the last 2 weeks where he was just laying around doing absolutely nothing. Like he's been up kind of doing stuff and things like that, which is good. But you know, he's been able to take a final and stuff. So yeah, anyways though, that's what's been up with the dogs too, and Jack's finals and everything like that. So I've been able to get that taken care of, which I was honestly kind of like, geez, I wonder how this is all gonna work, and it seems like it's working out. So they had to take some of the stuff that he hasn't learned yet, like in math, off. So like the stuff they learned over the last 2 weeks is not on the final for him, so they have to like adjust it and all this kind of stuff. So like his Spanish teacher though is worried that when he comes back to school, obviously like the stuff they learned for the last 2 weeks, and obviously in all the other classes, but especially like I feel like math and Spanish, because they compound, you know, on each other sort of, that those are the classes that'll probably be like the most difficult just for him learning going forward the next semester. So if he needs like other like help tutoring to catch up with those 2 weeks that he missed of learning stuff, but finals wise he has to do it before Christmas break, so that's why he has to, you know, like I said, get it done this week. Even if he doesn't learn that material that they learned, he'll have to probably go back and learn it later. But anyways guys, yeah, so that's what's up with that. But I need to go get in the shower and get to bed, so I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.